Hey, how y'all doing today? And welcome you to another episode of Building with Barefoot. Hey, I just want to show you something new I've been working on. Today we're showing the Romulan Valdore. It's a level 25 complexity or size class 5 CV, kind of a medium class battleship. I mean, it's not real large, but it's big enough. Um, it's just within a really good class where you can build it up in game, um, still be able to add more weapons, more shields. You can get in and adjust your thrusters a little bit, add some new ones if you need to. But all in all, it's going to be a really nice build. I think the shaping came out fabulous. I got the colors set up in the Romulan colors from Star Trek that I was previously had come out with on some of the other ships. So no further waiting around. I guess we can get on over here to the ship. Zoom on up here and let you guys see the craft in all its glory. And here it comes into frame. And here it is. It's the Valdore brought into Empyrion Galactic Survival. It's been created in Reforged Eden 2. Of course, it's originally supposed to have some slanted wings. It's kind of hard to get the right angles on a lot of those wings, mainly because of our block work and everything in the game. But so just went ahead and made the wings straight out for now. I think it turned out pretty darn good. Turn on the light here so I can see a little better. Oh, that didn't help any. Top of the ship, I've added in a bunch of thin blocks to give the wing designs. Put them in a slightly different shade of green. Got your little light texture blocks to everything else seems to be in the right area for the ship. Now I did go ahead and change up the nose a little bit. Basically give it more of the Romulan look as some of the other ships. And I just noticed there's a texture block right there that needs a little color to it. So we'll just go in and fix that on it real quick. It's those little things that just kind of slip by every now and then whenever you're making some change on blocks. What I did was changed up the rotation on this block so that I could get the flooring texture inside put in right. Now this is the forward cockpit. And of course it's got another cockpit that's, well, not really a cockpit, a bridge back in the center of the ship that's more in a protected area. Under the nose we've got a landing gear. Add in a few little texture blocks here and there just to give some little bits and bobs. Got a little side windows. You can see stuff going on inside. It really helps too when you're inside the ship and you've got some windows to look out. As you'll see further on in the show, we'll let you see some of the other windows, lighting, and how that really brings out the appearance when you're inside. It just Really helps. Now these little pontoons, whatever you want to call them, off on the sides. Originally they had like a single green glow area right in this spot, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and change it up a little bit more because it is Empyrion. We can do that. We're not trying to copy everything that a marketing firm might, want to get onto us for, so nothing's an exact copy. Just a version for Empyrion. Tail section, we rounded it off and got a lot of the looks from the original. Add in little notches in the wings to still give that bird wing type effect. Now these little inset wing areas, I've actually got them set up so you can add some turrets in here. That's why I've added these little extra little spots hanging out here to kind of show you about where a good place to put a turret and it'd be protected. I'm wondering, I got that texture off. I wonder if it's the same on both sides. Yes, it is. Well, we'll fix that too while we're in here. I believe I went with that darker green. Smooth texture. And I'm going to rough it up a little bit with some of this other texture. Don't need to have everything just all uniform and perfect. Okay, we'll do a little bit over here on this side as well. There we go. And that's the whole thing about looking over your builds before you post them to the workshop. Just make sure you got everything touched up and looking good. I mean, yeah, you can go in and touch it up later after it's posted to the workshop, but I like to kind of have things done up really good before it's even posted. A little neck area here. The original didn't have anything like this, but I decided to, why not, put a walkway out here. It's a really nice place when you come into atmosphere on planet. If you're hovering above the surface, you can come out here and walk around and get a good lay of the land around you. It's all about the scenery. Rest of the bottom of the ship. Add in some little vents on the bottom there. Set up more little bits and bobs. And that little piece back here. Now right now I do have some weapons. Most of them are all retracted. Except for your laser cannons coming out the front. There's 2 on each wing. Right now I've got everything set up with light lasers. We'll turn on the turrets here. Let them all pop up where you can see where they're at. Okay, so I've got a light turret on top of each wing. a light laser turret in the center on top, and a couple of light missile turrets sitting on the back here. Down underneath the wing, I got some turrets popped down. Those will give you some forward fire. And I got some on the back of the wings that's aiming toward the back. Those help protect your backside from any of those little pesky drones and stuff. But like I said, they're all light turrets and light weapons. So when you bring it in, you'll be able to upgrade those. Alright, let's go ahead and head on inside. Turn the light off here so you get the lighting just right inside. There's your small landing bay for a little tiny fighter ship or something if you want something parking here. Something you can take down to the planet if need to. And inside this bay, you've got little extra storage containers on each side. Further on in, you've got more storage containers on your left. On your right side, you've got a repair station so you can repair any of your hand tools and weapons. You got an armor locker. And of course, once you walk on up inside, you've got your first aid, your medic station, and that'll also serve as your respawn point if you die. O2 station. You'll need that every once in a while. Refill your oxygen in your suit. Moving up a little further, you've got two small constructors. Those will help you rebuild any of your weapons, tools, ammunition. Coming on in, you've got your elevator going up to the next level. And up here, you've got your overlooking area looking down into your docking bay. But also, as you're standing here, you've got your food preparation area, food processor and freezer. And same thing on the other side, food processor and freezer. On each side, you've also got a place to sit down and have a meal, relax. And of course, here's some of those windows. You can sit down in a seat, enjoy the view. Also, in these seating areas, you can use that to log out and log back in the game. Now I've incorporated some of these, the new graded walkways, and turn them on their sides. They make great little wall areas that just gives a new decent sci-fi effect, and you can see through them, and yeah, kind of closes off a space, makes it safe so you don't fall, and at the same time it leaves it kind of open because you can see through it. Same thing on both sides. Now you notice your green light right in here in front of us. Those are your exterior lights. I've set up a switch in the P menu. You can go in and click running lights and turn them on and off. Moving on back into this section, you've got your elevator still. And now you see you've got your rest of your medic devices. And this would be your walkway going across back to the front of the ship. And we'll continue that way in just a few minutes. For now, we'll go downstairs. Let's see. No, we just got done seeing everything down there. So yeah, we can go ahead and head across the walkway. Now right now we're in space, so you've got to make sure you got your helmets on. The ship does have gravity. You come into this room when you first see that you've got some stuff up here, and there's your gravity generator. And right beside it, I've got your matter transceiver. It's your Wi-Fi. Helps connect to you and your other small vessels, and you can transfer goods from ship to ship, or from you to the ship, or ship back to you. Very handy. Okay, from here we'll go down. Down in this section, we've got a first cargo controller. It's at 370,000. Not really the largest in the world, but still, this ship's for fighting, not really for hauling a lot of cargo. This room that we're standing in, this is your teleporter room, and there's your teleporter. I've got it set up so when you step on it, it'll turn on, and simultaneously it will turn off your shields so you can teleport away. And as you teleport away or step off of it, your shields will automatically turn back on. From here, we're going to head on up to the next level. This is your forward bridge, or the front cockpit we were looking at earlier, where we had to work on the blocks and the textures underneath us. It's a pretty standard plain setup cockpit. You've got your pilot seat, and I put a passenger seat up here. I set the lighting up as kind of a off-green color, and give that same Romulan lighting effect. Okay, moving up to the next level. This is your captain's quarters. Up here you'll find your shower, which you'll need to use in-game. That'll clean you of any of your radiation. And this is your bathroom. That'll help take care of any indigestion, stuff like that. And again, just like some of your other seating, you can hop in this seat and log in, log out of the game. I've got all the lighting in the ship set up on sensors, so everything turns off when you're not in that room. Helps save on energy. Okay, we're going to go back down to this section. Head to the back. This is directly lower and behind the front cockpit. Now we're going down through the neck of the ship. Here's those windows I was telling you about. Again, it gives a great view and kind of leaves things kind of open to when you walk through. You don't feel so enclosed. Walk down the hallway to the neck of the ship. This is where you'll find some more of your containers. And there's 279,500. See that down the lower right hand corner. One on this side, same size. and you can either go down or continue back. And I think what we'll do is we'll continue on back, because this section here takes you back down to where we were at earlier, coming up from the docking bay. Okay, now we come into the rear or the mid section of the ship. You got some little control stations here. Again, I've tried to keep with the original colors and designs that I went with on some of my previous ships in the Romulan era. Oh, another window with a little seating area. You can sit down and enjoy the view. And this section here, guys, this is your main battle bridge. Got an area for the captain to sit in the middle. A couple of passengers on either side. You've got your view screen in front of you. Another builder had created a lot of these different LCD screens. I like this one because the color and the style really matches these control stations. And it's about the right color for the Romulan ships in Star Trek. Another thing on Star Trek stuff, look at this table. Doesn't that look like something out of Star Trek? I mean, that just looks really nice. And it fits perfect for in this build. I'll put one on either side. Again, with the lighting, it's that kind of a hospital green color. It gives a really nice effect inside the ship. Moving on back. Now we've got a shield generator. And we're getting back into the engineering section. You got a warp drive. These are all just standard, easily upgraded. Back in this section, you've got all kinds of room for your shield boosters. Your smaller ones go up here on both sides. You got room for an advanced, one of the largest ones. You can just take your choice on if you want a charger or capacitor. This section here, you can go across and add in your smaller shield boosters. The ceiling, it's got the medium size for the medium class shield boosters. And as you can see back in the back, you've got room for 2 quantum cores. And of course you got a gravity generator. I've added the yellow striping just to warn you that these areas are kind of radioactive. So don't get too close to them. Go up this elevator to the very back, and we've got room. We've got your small fusion reactor. And of course, yes, it's radioactive as well. So can't really get too close. Kind of look around the room a little bit. And again, you've got, in this section I'm standing, room for the largest, the advanced shield chargers or capacitor, one of the two. Up above, you've got your room for 5 of the medium-size shield capacitors or chargers. And then along the sides, you've got room for all of your smaller shield capacitors and chargers. Right now, it's all got one superior CPU extender, and there is room to add another one to the build. It's got all your other CPU extenders, your smaller ones, your medium ones, and then your, of course, your advanced, and then just one of your superior. So as you upgrade your ship, you'll, upgrade your warp drive, your shield generator, your weapons. You're going to have to also upgrade your CPU extenders. One more area I got to show you. Come all the way up and go to the rear of the ship, and this takes you back to where your pentaxid tank is. And come back toward the center of the ship. Come back down that elevator one slot. And right now we're walking over top of your warp drive. And over on this side, you got your CPU extenders, and the one that you can add in. And to the very back, right here, you've got your core. And that's actually, we're standing in about the middle of the ship. Come back down the elevator, and we'll head on back out. We're passing by the main bridge there, battle bridge. And here we're going to come back up to the elevators. It heads back down to your docking area, medical area, and your main food service area. So this is basically right in the center of the ship, or at the back of the ship, your crew area. It has all your necessities. And on top of being your landing bay area back here, you've also got a ramp that will extend out when you land. It takes you all the way to the ground. So that's your main entrance walking in and out of the ship when you're landed. But yeah, all in all, I think it turned out pretty good. You're your own worst critic, looking over stuff. But this ship actually, it complements the other Romulan ships that I've made. It's sized within the right size length and width with the other ships. Gives you plenty of upgrade areas. So I think it's going to be a really nice ship in game. I built it out of hardened steel, mostly. I think the wings out here, they're all regular steel to help save on weight, because there's nothing really super important out here. if you do lose your shields, I don't think they're going to be targeting a lot of this stuff except for your weapons, but you're not going to lose a lot of your larger thrusters or anything like that. Most of your larger thrusters are inside this housing here, a little bit more protected. Wait a minute. Yeah, there they are. I was thinking they was down in here. Sorry about that. But it's a survivable ship. Everything that's going to explode is out away from you. But as long as your shields hold, you're gonna be fine. And like I said, everything is built for light fighting right now, so you'll definitely want to upgrade your shields and your weapons. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoys it. I'll see you in the verse. You guys try to have a pretty good time in playing Empyrion. Thanks, and goodbye.